Zollin Ironshield. This is a live stream. Welcome to the Bree Town Hunting Lodge. That's where we are today, my friends. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. We're starting a few minutes early, but that's okay because we're going to get some of the kinship here together so we can travel around and explore Middle-earth in this live stream. Hopefully we get some people who want to hang out with us in the live chat here. We usually get a good, nice little group going. Yeah, it's going to be, we'll have a blast today. I left my window open because I wanted some real light in the background, but you can kind of see my helmet's a little better back there. So, I think it's okay. Tell me if the camera is being a little weird, let me know. I can always close the window if it's being unfocused. I laugh sometimes because I'll see certain videos of other YouTubers and they're like they'll be like in a dark room and like you can't even see them. It's like, why do you even have your camera on? I always think that's funny. But anyway, it's great to be back. And yes, I thought I'd come over to the hunting lodge here. It looks like, oh, townsperson. Yes, I'd like another one of your best root beers, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, yes, so we're here. I'm just waiting for a couple of the kinmates to hop on over, and we're gonna have a blast today. So, hello. Welcome, Odie, what's up? Andreas, already said hi. I don't know if Andreas is here, but that could have been, you're allowed to leave a comment and say hi and stuff before a stream starts, so that might be from the past. All right, so we are in the town. Bree, if you don't know where this is, I'm right here. So I'm at South Bree. You go down the alleyway past the auction house, and it's over here. Kind of where the men of Bree respect are. And there's like an inn little lodge in here. So I see one of my kinmates found me. I like the giant bumblebee. It's a very big bumblebee. All right, anyway, I'm going to invite some people who want to go on this adventure today. Now, we might go to a little bit higher level areas. So, yeah, it's good you guys are at the higher levels here, 130s. If other people want to join us in game, you can. What's up, Reply? Hey, Sherry G, welcome. Welcome, you guys. How's it going, everybody? All right, stream looks good. My view thing is doing that weird little black box again. I don't know why it does that, so. Looks good to me. All right, we're set. Look at that giant bumblebee. Oh my gosh, that thing is like almost as big as a hobbit. It's kind of terrifying. Anyway, yes. Thanks for flying. Hey, good afternoon, Epic Kingdoms. What's up? All right, I just made a, so I don't know if what video that I released this morning. Oh, it was a legendary item fast view, but I made a bunch of, I'm editing them still, but I made a bunch of review of a bunch of items I've been saving up for like 4 months. So I made like 5 or 6 videos. So that'll be coming out soon. I was Epic Kingdoms, I think I shouted out one of my videos for you. Pretty sure. One of them, I'm like, you gotta go check out his channel. He does this all the time. But I got a couple cool things to review for you guys. So that'll be coming over, they'll come out over this week. So I'll have a bunch of those. I made them all yesterday though. It takes a lot of work to set up for something like that. I'm sure Epic Kingdoms can attest to this, but like I always, when I do a stream or something, I have to set it up all ahead, but it's a lot more for like getting the lighting right for an item and then also having your mic in the right place and stuff. And yeah, so, because I have like a mic for my phone, it makes it sound a little bit better. It is a great day in Middle-earth. So my character has had his fill. He's very happy from the lodge. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the lodge. I love this little spot. No one ever knows about this lodge back here. This is the thing, again, about LOTRO that I love. You could just be like, I'm going to go down this alleyway and then go into this little tiny lodge in the back in the middle of nowhere. Only the locals know what this place is. All right, so what we're going to do now, my friends, is we are going to head on out for an adventure today. So let's bring up the map of Middle-earth. What I'm thinking to do for our, I believe this is our 9th time we've done one of these. I've been really enjoying doing the little pack trip things. I'm kind of debating on, do you guys want to go through the Trollshaws? Or do you think we should, I'm almost thinking we should just ride through the Lone Lands into the Trollshaws. Maybe get to the top of Weathertop for fun, right? Because I don't think we've done that in this series. I've done that in other videos, but not in this like series of live streams we've been doing. So I think that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to leave South of Bree, go this way, follow along up until, I guess we'll just go into maybe the Misty Mountains if we have time, through Rivendell. kind of thing. Just a little loop up. I don't think we've covered any of those areas. So I think that's where we're off to. So get your drinks, get your snacks, everyone. Sit back, relax, and we'll give you our best tour we can. And again, this is where the door is to get in this lodge back here. So, and this guy usually greets me with, well, welcome, Zollin, if I walk up. Oh, he's not doing it now. What the heck? Greet me. I'm just kidding. You might have to walk farther away before it loads the line when you walk up. Let's see, does it work now? There it is. Welcome, Zollin. Yes, yes, yes. I know, I'm a usual. All right. Get on our horses and travel around Middle-earth today. A beautiful day here in Middle-earth. All right, we're off. So again, it's right down this alleyway, but we're gonna go out south of Bree. So if you are lower level and you want to join us in game or in stream, you guys are like, we're not lower level in real life. Okay, that's fair. We are gonna travel through the Lone Lands. So that's, if you're level 30 plus, you'll be fine. All right. I like this music in Bree, so I'm gonna turn up the music there a little bit. All right, and should everything look pretty good? And I'm gonna go a little higher up because it sometimes looks a little nicer from high up. All right, we're off. I've got my little Clydesdale that is now like my favorite mount. I just love how it looks. It just is so special looking, you know? I like how it has a nice little run trot. Whatever it is. Definitely a run, but maybe it's a canter. Oh yeah, you're good, Reply, yeah. Yeah, you'd be fine up into the lowlands, but then when we got into the troll shaws, you could be a little bit in danger, but the enemies are kind of few and far between in the troll shaws, so it's up to you. Look at this. The beautiful marshes. I think we're gonna possibly cut through the marshes just a little bit here. All right, when you enter the Midgewater marshes, it gets a little bit scarier looking. I'm losing my friends. Yeah, so this will be a fun little trip together today. How's your guys' days all going? I went and had a really nice breakfast with me and my mom. We just went out and had a nice breakfast together. Nice family day. It was very good. It was very nice. We drove a decent distance, so we had to leave early. So we went somewhere we like. It's like a good hour or so away from our house, though. But still, it's a nice breakfast place, pretty area, somewhere along the beach. And it was kind of cloudy by our house, so but then we got there, it was like sunny. It was kind of a nice difference. The Goblin Hole Ruins. Oh, let's check this out. All right. Oh, there's a chest, Sir Goblin. I need that chest. You're gonna need to get out of my way. All right, what do we got here? Supply crate. I like that he just has it in the open. Sweet. I mean, I don't need this stuff. You guys can. We're all gonna probably pass on it. Oh, there, you guys got it. All right, perfect. Also, if you're in the kinship, guys, and you ever need resources, please, by all means, ask me if I'm online or something. I do not have them with me right now. Wow, I have a bunch of those virtue things. I don't know why I have so many right now, but I have lots that I can share. I have my crafting carryalls in my shared storage, but I have a lot of resources. Hey, what's up? Andreas is here. We were talking about your comment from a while ago, I think. This one is from the Harvest supporter pack, right? Unfortunately, I don't think they sell it anymore. Oh, look at that beautiful background, though. Maybe they'll bring it back. Who knows? Who knows? All right, we're gonna enter into the Lone Lands here. We'll have to if my friends get a little behind, I'm sure they know where I am on the map. That's why we're in a group. Ooh, ooh, burgers for lunch, delicious. All right, well there we go. There is Weathertop in the distance, or Amin-Sul, the ancient fortress. By the way, it was a watchtower, but it was also a fortress. So like, yeah, it is a watchtower, but around it was like walls and land too. So let's just say hi to Forsaken Inn real fast, and then we'll ride some more. Just gonna ride my horse straight into the building. Welcome, the Forsaken Inn. Forsaken, why you ask? Because there's no roof. The roof is gone. We are roofless here. At least in part of the inn. Wonder what they do when the rain comes. Hey, look at Mr. Forlorn here.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
I'm sorry. Did you need something? No, we don't need anything. We're good. All right, I'm going back outside. Oh, you said hi on there before the stream even started. Like a long time ago. I'm assuming you probably left it when it was in telling people the stream was coming. That is true. There was a Palantir in Amin-Sul. That was one of, yes, that is true. I kind of forgot about that little tidbit. And I'm trying to remember if Amin-Sul was, so Amin-Sul was technically in the country of Arthedain, which is a split off one from Arnor. Arnor split into three because the three sons kind of had a disagreement, so they just split the kingdom into three. And Arthedain is kind of the one that fought the Witch King the most, and it was like kind of the more legitimate heir. I think it was the oldest. Wow, look at the view of this area though, guys. Look at this. That's pretty cool. The Lone Lands. Gosh, you guys, I can't even tell you how much better this looks than it used to. Many years ago. The Lone Lands used to be a little bit desolate feeling. Now they've added so many bushes, and they've added these purple, like, flower bushes. It's really good. It's a nice little addition. All right, so I know a trick way to get up there. I'm also going to show you guys a little spot, which I think I might have showed you one time, but I didn't drink. Ah, it's true. That's true. Yep. That's where the armies met. Gil-galad came with his army and met Eladin, and then they marched to Rivendell at that point? Or I'm trying to remember, or did they just march south and Rivendell joined him? I'm trying to remember. And then they all went down. So this little spot right here, a lot of people don't know about this. There's a little campfire right here, and there's like this little waterfall right here in this pond. But yes, you could technically fish in it, and you know what's even better? You go back here, and there's a little hiding spot back here. Behind the waterfall. I feel like it should be a little deed to find this or something. Whoa. Having a hard time getting out of it though. Whoa. Okay, there we go. All right, off we go. We're gonna go up the hill. Gonna jump this orc. Made it. Okay, we're good. There's some also, you can see the ruins all over. This is something that I love about LOTRO, right? So in the movies, even the movie is great, Amin-Sul is a little smaller looking than it probably should have been, and you don't see any ruins around. So look at this out in the distance. So you can actually see, not only do the clouds look cool, you can see the trees, right, of the forest over there. That's the red, what is it called? Drawing a blank. Chetwood forest we're looking at, the huge massive trees. So that's that. And then you can see like dotted across the landscape like walls, broken walls and stuff, because this entire area was like a city like thousands of years ago, okay, in the lore of the story. I am a little too loud on the horns there. I'm gonna turn it down just a tad bit. All right, so this is my little sneak way to get in here. There's the Migwater Marshes. Again, pretty awesome views. Weathertop. Hey, welcome, Beth. Mego Vonnen. Oh yeah, of course. Reply. Feel free. And we'll get you an invite too. As long as you're in my, you guys should definitely join the Discord. I have a new link that's good for a week down there. if you're someone who's going to want to play with us on CrickHollow. I'd recommend it if you're just a subscriber in general, because you'll get better heads up on things and just have fun. We talk a lot of Lord of the Rings fun stuff. But if you are if you're going to join our kinship, it's a good way for us to invite you, because a lot of our officers are on there that can, you know, hop on and invite you then. There's an ancient city right there. You can see all the ancient ruins of the city, right? 1, 2, 3. So they're kind of like all over the place, right? So. Oh. All right, let's see what's going on. I was like, why didn't that work? Wrong button. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And you see that again. One thing I like about the movie version is they have those like statues, right? It looked really cool. But this one has a little bit more of showing you the size of how big the tower really was, because it seems so small in the movie, right? Yeah, look at that view. So what we're gonna do today is, and there's another fortress right there around the corner, and that leads off into the new area of Cardalin, right? To the south, towards Swanfleet, and we're gonna go that way. So that way. Point the right direction on them. All right, so let's get down this hill carefully, down this mountain. I think we can descend over here, so. Yeah, there's a descent point here, so I'm gonna hop to this. All right, and now we're gonna descend the mountain. We are gonna go, basically, I realized we hadn't really done this, but we're gonna go through the Lone Lands, and I'm debating on if we might do a detour and kind of see a little bit of the swamp down here. I don't think we're gonna go really north, but we're just gonna kind of go along the road here. You can also go up into these hills a little bit too, I know, and I'm trying to think if there's, I don't think you can go much farther than this area though. I'm actually kind of curious now. Maybe we should check it out. I wonder how far in you can go to the Weather Hills over here. And then we're going to go into the Troll Shaws, and we might see Mr. Bilbo's trolls and stuff, and see a couple pretty spots along here. I haven't really explored the angle very much, which was kind of that new area that was added. Could be kind of fun to check out those areas. I think we're going to kind of explore the Troll Shaws because it's really big. And then we're going to go up to Rivendell if we have time. See Rivendell, and then we may a little bit go into the Mist Mountains. We'll think about it. How we all feel when we get there, right? Again, this is a live stream, so you're all a part of it, so you can chime in. Feel free. I'll still make the decisions, but I do take people's opinions. All right, so we're gonna basically, so we're going along the path kind of where the hobbits went, right, with Aragorn. But I'd like to go off the path just slightly and go north and see how far we can go into the Weather Hills here. Because I know you can go really far on the left side, but I don't know about like right here where that is. In fact, I don't even know if you can get up there. Yeah, you can. There's a spot right there. All right, that looks like my horse can get up that. Look at this valley, dude. Just a giant, oh gosh, grass. The hardest thing about doing a video for you guys is trying to get that camera to be in the right spot. Gosh, I love the clouds again in this game. All right, let's see how far into the Weather Hills we can go. So let's see what the map says. It says there's a spot, looks like we can get in right here. So I'm gonna go over there according to how the map looks. Oh, look at that. Look at that shot. There's a shot of, there's the fortress. That's pretty cool, right? And everyone, welcome to the stream. And by the way, guys, if you can manage it, if you're not like driving or something, throw a like on there if you would. I appreciate it greatly while you're here. Even if you can't say the whole time, I understand. It helps so much though if you like the streams, especially because then it tells other people that we're actually here. Otherwise, it just hides the stream. Seriously, that's how the algorithm works. A little weird, but. You think it would just tell all my subscribers, but yeah, that's how it goes. And granted, not everyone can always be here, of course. Everyone has their own lives. Yeah, that looks kind of like a dead end to me. I think that that's about as far as we can get into the Weathered Hills on this direction. That's pretty far in. So I think this area up here is actually kind of just random nothing. They've never put anything up here. But all of this area can be accessed. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and do a little bit of a UE here, because otherwise we're going to be... It's going to be a lot more work later, so... And we can't do any teleports here like I would in a LOTRO tour or something. You guys are all here with us to enjoy the ride. Also, feel free. We can talk about any Lord of the Rings subject or question. It doesn't have to be about where we are in Middle-earth right now. It can be. It doesn't have to, though. Yeah, the Lowland music is good. Is it a good level right now, the music? Is it loud enough you can hear it, but not like where it's blasting over my voice? Yeah, the deserty look without being a desert. Yeah, it's kind of like a dry highland look, right? Like, not highland, like a savanna almost, right? A little bit more well. That's a cool fortress right there. In fact, this is kind of what like northern Arizona looks like in summer. So like we have some land in Arizona. This is kind of what it looks like I call it the Rohirrim, you know, land or whatever. I forget what I was calling it, but it looks like this. It looks kind of like really dry grass all over the place. And then when it's the rainy season, it's all lush and green, which is kind of awesome. Those people are just deniers. No, I'm just kidding. LOTRO is a beautiful game. It really comes down to what people like perceive as being pretty for a video game, right? I think that's what, like, oh gosh, look at that view behind us at the mountain. Isn't that cool? I really think it comes down to that. It comes down to people like they like a certain type of art style and a certain type of graphic. So they think anything that looks older than, 5 years ago looks bad, right? A lot of people just do that. They just throw off, they'll lump someone together. They'll lump a bunch of games together and be like, oh, yeah, that's all I am. A lot of people do that. You just got to ignore those people. They don't care that much about it, so you're not going to hurt their feelings anyway if you ignore them, right? They're just saying randomness. They're not the ones playing the game, right? Obviously, one of the things that keeps people playing LOTRO, and I heard another person reading things about this, and I agree with this. One of the big reasons is the world building, right? It's on Tolkien's lore, obviously, but also just the fact that the world's so big and beautiful and you can explore it. Like, people really that's what they love about it, right? They come back for it. Because obviously there's other video games that have way bigger budgets that are MMOs too and stuff, but I think this game is really well done, and that the people, the creators, actually care about what we think. That's a big plus for me. There's a whole lot of big companies that have a whole lot of money that don't really care what their community says. And I'm saying the majority of their community, not the fringes that are mad about some little random thing. I'm talking about 80% of the community is annoyed about something and they still do it, right? That never happens in LOTRO, almost ever. So, oh wow, look at that view. So we're gonna go and explore those mountains. See those mountains over there? That's where we're going. So I want to explore the Trollshaws. We're gonna lean right and look at the swamp. So right here, this is Ostgaruth, which is pretty cool. This is where Radagast the Brown is. We're not gonna go in there right now. That crevice in between the mountains there leads into that red swamp, which is kind of cool. It's kind of tainted by evil. We're gonna go and look at the swamp up here to the right. There's a lot of trolls there. We're gonna check out real quick, and then we're gonna loop back to the last bridge. And then we're going to go explore. See that fortress you see over there? That's the newer area that was added. And then we'll explore over into the Trollshaws, which, I mean, I love the fact that they updated the render distance of this game. Look at that view. Just look. I'm going to go away for a minute. Just look at that. Look at that view. Look at that amazing view. I'd like to point out those closest trees right there on the left in front of us in the field. Those wouldn't have even loaded in the past. So those are the kind of things that have been updated that I just love. Like these trees right here we're looking at close by, those would not have loaded it. They would barely be loading at this distance. But now we can load back, what is that like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mountains back there? Like, that is so cool in my book. And also, that's pretty cool. You can see parts of Cardinal in the background. You could never see that before because that wasn't there before. Because they added Cardinal, it was just a hill. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, here's the swamp. Look at the reflection of the sun and clouds on that water. Pretty cool, right? What's up, storyteller? Welcome. Sorry. Okay, I'll keep up. Marco, what's up? Thank you. Keep up with the good work. Evendim is really nice. Oh yeah, Evendim is one of my favorites. And when they updated the water in LOTRO like 7 years ago, when they updated it from DirectX 9 to DirectX 11 or whatever, and they like redid the texturing of how the water looks. Oh, dude, Evendim just got gorgeous. Because like that was the only thing about Evendim back in the day. Like I'm talking 10 plus years ago. That was a little bit like, meh. Like, even though I still loved it, it was one of my favorite places. Just because the water was so blasé. But then they updated the water system, and I was like, gosh, it looks so good now. I agree, Andreas. He's like, in my opinion, realistic doesn't equal beautiful, and unrealistic doesn't equal ugly. Both can be ugly and both can be beautiful. I think that's really well stated. I agree entirely. I think it really comes down to how it's implemented and how it's done with the no matter what the engine is, right? Now again, this water's a lot older, but I mean, look at the ripples. Look at this. I'm gonna step on it. And then look at the reflection of the clouds moving in the sun with that light effect. It's so cool, right? And this is even an older spot. There's better spots in the new areas that are more updated than this water-wise. But that's, I mean, you can still see the ripples of him walking through the water. I just think that is so cool. Now, there's other areas that have better splash effects and stuff than this. But again, this is a really old spot. It's just been updated. So anyway, here is the swamplands. And also the fact this game looks so good and it runs smoothly. You know, you can have a decent computer and still run this game with pretty good graphics and it's smooth, right? That's something that I feel like is neglected with a lot of new games. It's like, oh yeah, you could play this game at full graphics, but you need to have a $5,000 computer, right? For new games, it's like, who has that? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even spend that much building my new computer. I spent a lot for our channel here, but like, that's, you know, crazy. All right, anyway, here is the swamps. We're just gonna see it real quick. So you can go way in here and there's a bunch of troll crushers. Dude, these guys look so cool. Look how cool these guys look. These are like the classic troll that they added in this game from the beginning. They look so cool, dude. Look at his reflection. Yeah, dude, these guys are freaking, they're like armored too, dude. They're freaking awesome. They're so scary. All right, anyway, well, here's the swamp. We'll check out the swamp a little. We're gonna go back to the main road. Yeah, one thing I would say to everyone too, if people say stuff like that about games, just realize that they've probably never really played the game. They probably looked at it for 2 minutes, and you know, again, they might just have a different opinion on what they like, and they probably don't really know anything about the game. I usually find that people that make comments like that and make people frustrated, like us or anybody who get, like, maybe, we're not frustrated, but, you know, we're like, oh, that's not true, you know. I usually find those people don't really know the subject, right? I mean, we all know those people in our life, right? They'll have an opinion about something, you're like, okay, take it with a grain of salt because they really don't know much about it. That's a cool one. Look at this guy. He's like got like swamp leaves on him. Again, these are older trolls. They were made a long time ago. Now, let's see. Which way do I need to go right now? I don't know. Can we swim across the river instead of taking the last bridge? I'm curious. Let's go over here. I want to see if they connected it or if it's just like a dead end. Have you played Lord of the Rings Heroes? It's an energy collection game where you collect Lord of the Rings characters. Yes, I have. I started playing that out. Yes, I did. I have played it with 0 spending. I've been trying it free to play. I did 1 video on it. If that's what you're asking, reply yes. I will show you. Yeah, you can cross here. So there's the bridge over there, but we're gonna, and there's the fortress. We're gonna go ahead and just cross right here, guys. So let's take a swim, everybody. Our horses can swim behind us. Oh wow, this is pretty. All right, we're leaving the swamp area, which I think they updated the textures of that area when they redid stuff. What is banned? This game's banned? Oh, are you talking about the game, the phone game? Yeah, oh, interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of those games that, like, I think certain places ban just because, like, maybe the way that, you know, they make money, the phone games, and they're like, they don't like it or something. Or for other reasons, I'm sure. It's like, those are the kind of games that I tell people, I'm like, just gotta have some self-control there. Don't spend all your money. Exactly, reply. I know. The water, and like, look at this area. Look at the fog effect in this area. Now, occasionally, if it ever lags a little bit, that's probably just because it's the stream, my system. Because I see 0 lag, by the way. So whenever there's like a little bit of a lag look, that's the stream. That's not the game. Because I rarely ever see lag. But, yeah, so the fog effect in here and all the stuff looks so cool. All right, let's go up and see this fortress. So we're technically in the troll shaws, but they're kind of more to the left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go explore this fortress because it looks super cool. This looks like an old elven fortress. I think this is the northern side of Aragian. I never can. I'm always like debating. I've been debating for like 8 months how to say that, but because I've heard it said so many different ways. And everyone's been so kind in the comments, like, I think it sounds out like this, and spelled like this, and spelled like that. I appreciate that, but I'll figure it out sooner or later. I used to always call it a region, but once I read it a little more, I was like, it doesn't really sound right. Anyway, I don't need to kill these guys. Let's just explore. I don't know why. I'm just, you know, see orc, kill orc kind of thing. Yeah, so anyway, this is the northern part of the elven realms that has been taken by orcs, as you can see. And I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and we should just stay on our horses and just ride down here. Got him. These low-level orcs stand no chance against us. The heroes ride through. All right, let's go explore over here. But yeah, being a 16-year-old game, it looks really, really good. Definitely. The water is so stunning. Maybe some high elves have been light of the trees. Yeah, that'd be funny. Look at this area. Andreas. That is a good point. Yeah, Andreas, I think that's, yeah, I think it is. It's a gambling thing. Which, I mean, they kind of are, some of those phone games. So, and some of them are worse than others. Like, I will say, the Rise to War, I've explained this in the past, it is kind of like that a little bit. And I'm kind of personally against gambling. So, but basically in my mind for that game, it does give you something no matter what when you purchase the thing in the game. So like you always get some kind of resource to use. It's just there's a better chance you'll get like a stronger one. So to me, like, I don't put very much money in that game now as much because I already spent some in the past, like over time. But once you have a certain amount of stuff, you're good in that game now. So yeah, I kind of can understand that. I do. I can understand that. So I'm very careful with where I spend my money because I love doing this full time now. But you know, I only have so much in real life, right? Need to have food, need to pay for your rent, need to have gas money, that kind of stuff. And boy, do we need gas money right now. Oh my goodness. I don't even drive that much. But yeah, but you're right on that, Andreas. I think you're kind of spot Yeah, Lotro's nice because that's not a thing at all, really. Like, there might be one thing. Hey, what's up, Brian? Welcome. Good evening, Dwarf Master. Brian says, $50, Brian. Oh my gosh. Speaking of gas money, thank you. I appreciate that. That is very generous. Thank you so much for your support. Oh my gosh. That is very, very generous of you. You're gonna have to, Brian. You're gonna have to tell us in Discord how the shirt is when you get it. Brian ordered one of our one of the merch store things. I want to see because I also reviewed some of the ones I bought, which I will release this week too, so you guys can kind of see what they're like. Look at this gorgeous. Wow, thank you so much, Brian. I really appreciate that. So what we're at right now, everybody who's just hopped in, and Brian, is we were exploring. We left Southern Bree, we went through the Lone Lands, we went to Weathertop, and we kind of saw the Harlow swamp down here behind the camera, and we crossed the river right here behind the camera, and then we saw this fortress up here, and now we're going this way. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wind down, see this area, and then we're gonna wind up through the fields if we can. I don't know if we can, or we'll follow the river possibly, and we'll go up back to the Bruna and then go up to the Troll Shaws. Unless you guys would rather go down into, I'm just gonna say Aragion for now. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it for now. Unless you guys want to do that. So maybe I should do a poll, and then when we get there in a few minutes, you guys can kind of decide. All right. So you guys want to go? Okay. Here, I'm gonna vote. All right, boom, there, guys. So you guys let me know. Do you want to go this way, down here, and explore these beautiful hills, which are gorgeous, or would you like to go back up into the Troll Shaws and go to Rivendell, like we originally planned? So you guys can vote on that for a couple minutes, and we'll keep exploring. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I definitely enjoy being a dwarf. I like the good evening, Master Dwarf. Yes, yes. Thank you. Very, very good. You put a grin on my face at that one. All right, here's Ostwaren. You guys, are you guys wearing out? Because there's some undead here we could slay. Oh, there's like cool background music right here. By the way, there's an option if you're someone who doesn't like the combat effects to start when a fight starts. You can actually go into audio and go down here where it says disable combat music, which means your music will just stay on from wherever it is in the region, and if you start a fight in the region, it won't go to combat music. It'll just keep playing this music, which is kind of a cool thing. I might make a little short about that for our guide playlist. Wow, look at these waterfalls. Yeah, look at that water. I know, it's kind of crazy. You never, by seeing this game, I would never guess that the water effects in this game and stuff are from a game that's, 16 years old. It just looks so much better. It looks like a game that's like 5 years old or something. All right, so we're gonna go up to this village. Oh, look at that cool mist effect. Isn't that cool? It's fun having our fellowship here to ride around. Oh look, here's some people on their horses. I wonder if this is a quest normally. It's epic music. All right, let's see. Let's make sure I know where I'm going. I actually have not been up here very much, so I'm trying to make sure I don't lead us astray into a dead end or something. This is really gorgeous. So this whole area was added later. Look at these rocks. You guys are like, what about them? Look, they got like moss growing on them. That's cool. It's just really cool. Wow. Look at that view over there. Isn't that cool? And the best part about this game is we can see these views, and everywhere you can see, you can walk. Like, that is one of my favorite things about LOTRO. It's like, I hate it in any video game. This is in so many, too, that are, you know, really fun games, super, like, fun, like, great exploring games, and then, like, you look and you're like, oh, man, I want to go over there. And you go over, there's an invisible wall, and you can't go that far. You're like, oh. Like, that's... The way LOTRO does it is they just make it where it's, like, the terrain's too tall to get by, right? They don't usually do invisible walls. They're there occasionally, but it's very unusual, right? It's usually because you're in an instance, there's an invisible wall, which is like a dungeon. Look at that view, though. But yeah, you can go any of these places. So that way leads back to the Lonelands. This is Cardalin. So this is the back they've added to Cardalin. Gorgeous. And then that over there is Aragian. Oh, and here is a back way into this village. I found a back way in. This is Thornhad. Tornhad, excuse me. There's no H there. Tornhad. This is neat. This is a neat little village. All right. Well, what? Yeah, I heard that. It's a soft G. So, Aragian? Like that? Aragian? Yeah, that makes sense, storyteller. It does sound like it would be a court thing. like decide trying to figure out something. Yeah, I think those are real things to have to think about with newer games, though, especially phone games, because I do feel like there's some stuff that probably needs to be looked at with that. I think there should be freedom, and I think people should be able to have their choice on whatever they want to do. But again, me personally, I'm not really a huge fan of gambling, and especially where children can... you need to be over 18 at least. That's my opinion. If you're going to... Because then you have the choice to decide, right? Then you're an adult. You can decide what you want to do. So, again, me as an adult, I've never been to Las Vegas or anything. I don't... Actually, no, I've been there, but I've never gambled. I'm not a gambler. I was there because I was a small... child brought through because we were driving through because we were going somewhere else. It's kind of like a city you have to pass through if you're going through that part of the country. Yeah, that's true. The sound around armor. Yeah, that is true, Reply. There's really cool sound effects. I think I've talked about this in other games. So where we're going to go now is we're going to flip up here to this fortress, and then we're going to swing back and go towards Rivendell. So I'll keep trying to give you guys good panoramas while I talk. Oh, wow, look at this fog bank right here. That was cool. Oh, wow, look at that. So there's some kind of old fortress up here I want to see real quick. Yeah, there's a lot of amazing sound effects. So I don't know if you can hear it with my horse. Here, let me show you. Everyone listen really quiet for a second. I want to talk. Listen to the different sound effects. So... that's on the road. And then if I... it goes into like bushes occasionally. Back on the road, like a hard paved road. And if you're on dirt, it's a different sound than that. So they've got like different effects, and that's even with walking, right? So if your character's walking... you can hear he's walking on grass now and dirt, right? And then the grass sound goes away. And there's different effects for different kinds of tile. So this is more of a dirt because, you know, it's like dirt and gravel, this road. But there's different effects, too, for, like, walking on wood, walking on metal, walking on... it's just really neat that they thought about those things, right? If you're in a fortress, walking on just flat stone, that kind of thing. Oh, look at this place, though. Looks like it's controlled by half-orcs. Now, this looks like an ancient ruin of Numenor, right? Like, oh, my gosh, look at this place. Thelgarth. Okay, so... yeah, that's a big fortress, dude. Imagine this place in its glory days, man. Woo! It's huge. You can kind of hear my horse is on stone now. And now it's on the rubble. Now, I will say this horse is a different sound animation than regular horses have. Because regular mounts in the game have the more clippity-clop sound. It's a little faster pace. Whee! Alright, so we are going to ride down to Rivendell. So we're off to Rivendell, everyone. We're off to see the wizard. Nope, wrong world. Are we bringing... We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Gosh, that song is actually like... That meme is so dumb, you guys. Like, it's hilarious, but it's so dumb. Like we all know that. Obviously, it's a meme. But, like, that song, I went and listened to it. It's like, in my mind, it was funnier than the actual meme. Right? Because of me and my friends, right? And all of us as Tolkien fans. Like, it was so funny in our minds, right? And then, like... Oh, gosh, can I get down here? Oh, yeah, we can. Heck yeah. Ah! Ah! Okay, we're okay. There's my falling sound effect. Ah! Oh, look at that sun right there. It's pretty. I gotta catch up on what you guys are saying. I'm behind. I'm sorry. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining the stream. Don't forget to throw a like on there if you would. You're the best. All right. I gotta catch on what you guys are saying. I love it. I love that we're having so many conversations. We're headed towards Rivendell, guys. We're going back into the troll shows. We're going towards Rivendell. Let's see. Let me just make sure I'm going the right way. Make sure I'm going the wrong way. I almost said that. Did you hear that? This is gorgeous, this area. Like, why would you even come over here? I don't think there's even a quest for this area. Maybe there is? Maybe there's like a quest to hunt something? I don't know. This is gorgeous. And also, I really like my so I'm gonna go back to my other one. What server? So there's like 5 real big servers. We're on CrickHollow, so if you want to play with us, Victor, we're on the server CrickHollow. It's a decent size. I would say it's medium to slightly more full. One of like Arkenstone is a really big server. Landerval has a lot of like bans, but all the ones do. But it has a lot of good players on it. Whoa! I just found a glitch and fell through the rock. Oh, are we? Whee! To the river! Oh gosh, that's a rock. Oh my gosh, we almost died. Oh my goodness. Well, this is kind of cool though. All right, we're alive. We're alive! Sorry, I got way distracted there. Yeah, so, yeah, there's a couple good ones. I would, Victor, do not do a legendary server, though. Because you can play that if you're a VIP, because those are usually building up over time. If you're a casual returning player to the game, I would say legendary server, you can do that. But then if you leave for a while and the server ends, you have a couple months to transfer your character, and you don't, you'll lose that. This is really important to remember. But classic servers, it never will. So I would join probably one of the classic servers, Arkenstone, Landerval, CrickHollow. Gosh, there's like 2 other. Here, I'll look them up. There's 2 more I would recommend. And if you're Europe, there is a Europe server, and I think there's a French server too, and like a German, and like then like a Northern Europe, like UK stuff too. Let me see here real quick. I'm gonna tell you them all right now. Gladen, that's a good one too. So these CrickHollow, Gladen, Landerval, Laurelin is the EU, EN, and RP server. Brandywine, that's the other one I was forgetting. Yeah, so CrickHollow, Brandywine, Landerval, Gladen, and I would say Arkenstone. Those are like the 4 really big ones. That and if you're in US too, again, a lot of people from Europe, they'll play on those servers, so you get people from all over. Where are we right now? Okay, we fell into the river. We need to go up the river. All right, guys, we're gonna go up the river and see how shallow it's shallow in this area. This is cool. Look at all these trees and rocks in the river. Like, what the heck? I've never seen this before. Okay, now we're in the troll shaws. We're back in the troll shaws. So we need to follow this river as best we can. This is kind of a cool, this is a cool little adventure spot, isn't it? Yeah, I agree. I think that if you're going to spend, I agree with Reply though. I know you said this a few minutes ago, but if you're going to spend money on games, I think it's probably better to spend games that you know are going to last a lot longer, because phone games don't always last that long. Oh, welcome from Belgium. Yes, welcome, welcome. did not realize that someone was here from the bedroom. Is that who I was talking to? Yeah. Oh, look at this. I just completed a deed. I guess I've never been to this spot. Sweet. I love it. This is pretty. Oh, whoa. What's this? That looks a little scary. Maybe like a unburied tomb. A little scary. Oh, it's like they're like ward pens. Whoa. I mean, like, oh, there's something in here. Ooh, what's in here? Whoa, wait, this looks like a hobbit hole or something. What is this? The abandoned burrow. Dude, I've never been in here. This is so cool. What? Hello there, Mr. Hunter. How are you? Oh, hello. Good thing they understand I'm the boss here and they don't attack me. This is cool. I guess this is just for a quest. Oh, look. I found a corpse. I looted it. Oh, no. Some combat music is so epic, though. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Some of the combat music is epic. You're talking about when I was saying to mute it. What? I don't know, Beth. For some reason, it restricted your message. I'm not sure why it did that. So you can just write it again, or copy and paste it if you see it. Yeah, Victor, it's true. Honestly, like the texturing, they've been updating other textures, but like the water is like I said this in one of my videos a few days ago. The water and sky in this game. So like if you look at the sky, the water and sky sometimes are like almost too good for the rest of the game. Like I think it's great, but I'd rather that be the case than the other way around though. Zollin, you died? I'm sorry. I killed Beth, fell off the cliff. Did you survive the fall? Yeah, see, I'm way behind on the chat. I'm catching up, I promise. This all happened like 2 minutes ago. I think they do have something here. I think the Rangers are a part of the quest line in the angle. I think that was one of the things they added to the game. So I think you are correct. I want to get up to that fortress. We might have to flip around, guys. Arkenstone is probably one of the more populated servers, Victor. Now I've had, I know a lot of people play on it, and it's a good one. So absolutely, that's a good one, and there's a lot of people on it. I do know a couple people have said in the past that sometimes there's a little bit more lag because of that, and occasionally you'll get a little bit of, the bigger the population, there's always one or two that are a little annoying occasionally. So it just depends. So just be careful. But I will say though, 99% of the majority of all servers of LOTRO are really fun players. Like I've played on a lot of the servers. I've played on Arkenstone a little bit too. Most of the time it's great. So you do whatever you'd like. But if you want to play with us ever on the channel and join the Kinship, we are on CrickHollow. That's our main server. It's kind of too hard to change. In the future, I hope. This is really cool. I've never seen this before. Look at this bridge. In the future, though, I plan to do some stuff occasionally on other servers. But it's not going to be like a whole lot because all of my characters are really on CrickHollow. But who knows? Maybe they'll add cross like instances or dungeons in the future. I think that LOTRO should do that. I think they're getting to the point where they'll be able to do that because they've been updating the servers and stuff. So that seems kind of cool. You should get that horse place, guys, if you don't have it. Oh, wow. There's another. Wow, it's really gorgeous. It's a gorgeous valley right there behind us. Brandywine is also pretty big. Brandywine is big because it's one of the older ones, along with CrickHollow, because they're like they're older ones. So I would say Brandywine and CrickHollow are about the same in population. CrickHollow is probably a tiny bit smaller, though. I would assume from what I've seen playing on both. Gladen is one of the older ones, so again, it's a lot bigger. And Arkenstone's one of the newer ones, but it's the name of the server. Come on. Arkenstone. That's the why I think it got so popular over the last like 5-6 years. I don't blame them. I might have picked Arkenstone too if I had joined the game, you know, many years in when they added that server. I originally was on the server Firefoot. Just saying. All of my characters migrated to CrickHollow when they merged servers together like many years ago. It was when the game was being a little smaller, so they merged a bunch of their servers together, which was good. It was nice because Firefoot at the time, this is 6-7 years ago, was really drying up. It had a lot of people years before, but it didn't have many people that played, so it was really nice when they did that because then you had lots of people play with on CrickHollow and other servers. Now the game's growing. I would laugh if they had to add servers in the future, but if they just update the server banks, they should be good. They shouldn't have to add anything. Because now their servers are getting better and better, and they're, you know, less lag issues and stuff like that for having more people. It's helping out. Yep, we're going the right way. We're heading to Rivendell, everyone. We're off to go to Rivendell. Now let's see. I could follow the Baruna, but I think what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna go left. Yes, I know this area well. Let's stick with the road. Let's stick to the road here. Yeah, it might be the time, Victor, it might also sometimes be the time of day when you play. I do notice when it comes to LOTRO, there are like times where a lot of people play, you know, depending on where groups of people are. It does happen. I notice when I play this game, there's a decent amount of people on in CrickHollow all the time, so maybe we have lots more people from like all different time zones. But there are definitely some times that are like quieter and sometimes that have like a ton of people all talking in world chat kind of thing. I call for avenging, Odie says. That sure is a burrow that is abandoned. Yeah, abandoned with wargs and wolves inside it. Oh, darn, Brian. You had tunes on EU server Lander. Oh, is that when they merged it? That server's not there anymore, is it? Or do they? Oh no, that server's still up. You mean you just the transfer window went down? Got it. All right, so we're gonna follow this road up here into this beautiful spot, and we should get to Rivendell at a good time. We're gonna go straight to Rivendell because of the lighting. It's a good time of day to see Rivendell. It'll have a pretty sunset and stuff. Let's see. I actually should probably cross right over there and use that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We'll go this way. It doesn't matter that much. I love the music and the troll shaws. It's really pretty, you know? Gosh, the music in LOTRO, you guys. It's freaking good. It's so good. Anyway, thank you everyone for voting, by the way, at the poll. Turn that off now that we are for sure going to Rivendell. And thank you for liking the stream, everybody. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We got some more likes on there now. All right, you guys. So here's the Fords of Baruna. It's a really pretty spot. So this is where we all remember in the movies, this is where Arwen takes Frodo across, right? And then they swamp the Nazgul with the water, right? Hello over there. But, and of course in the books, it's actually Glorfindel, right, that does that ride. But they're both, it's kind of hard because I really did enjoy the Arwen one in the movie too. So it's like, I'm okay with both. Alternate realities. Do you guys remember from the book who caused the water to hit the Nazgul? You guys remember? There's two things about that. One thing is who caused the water to hit him, and the other one is who caused the horses to be in the water when it hit him. Like the looking water horses. Elrond. Yes, Elrond hit them. Correct. Who did the horses? Yes, yes, you're right. Elrond is the one that did the water. Yes, yes. Do you guys know what but the Elrond did not do the horses in the water, the water horses. Someone else added that on. Yeah, and Gandalf. Yep, Brian, you got it. You got it. It was Gandalf. Gandalf's like, yeah, you know, let's make the ring race get knocked out by water horses. And Elrond's like, okay, fine. He's like, have your fun, Gandalf. I always think that's a fun little touch to that story, though. Okay, so we're going up the side of the Bruna. So if you notice, we've gone up greatly in elevation. So now if we look back real quick, let's just give you guys a perspective. So we're looking back at these hills. You remember those farthest hills we saw from Weathertop? Well, those farthest hills were actually the one right here we're on, I believe, and this one right here, way over there. Okay, so we just traveled from, right, this spot. So we looked from Weathertop, we saw the last bridge, and we saw 1, 2, 3, 4 hills. Okay, now we're looking the other way. So we actually, I don't even know if we could see the high moors from Weathertop. That was, because that's really far. Now we are seeing these hills, this whole valley, and all these hills, mountains in between. So we're looking back the other way. Hello, Haggle. Hola. Megovanen. All right, there we go. Forget how you greet in Dwarven. I gotta go learn that again. Wow, look at that. Look at those views over there. Amazing. What a view. All right, we gotta hurry and get to the, it's dusk. We gotta get to Rivendell before the orcs find us. Even the waters listen to him, yes. What is this? That's something I can pick up? It's floating. It was there just for me. Indigo plant. Oh, it can make dyes. I forgot that that's a thing in the game. You know, can't always remember everything. It's a big game. I do my best. All right, so I will show you the hidden valley. Okay, guys, only people here live and watching this video later are gonna know this information, where to find Rivendell. I'm a guest of Elrond, so he told me where the secret door is. So this is the valleys, basically, of the high moors. So when you find this little old road, you follow this road into this forest. These dumb orcs never could find this spot. And then, when it looks like a complete dead end to the forest, I think there's actually something over here too. When you look like, oh, it's a dead end. Nope, nope, you go this way. Go this way. Haha. And then you see it. Some elven sentries. And the opening into Rivendell. Hey, look, another player. Woo! Hello there. The gates of Imladris. Alright, so it is dusk when we got here, but there it is. There's Rivendell down the valley. So we'll ride down there real quick. I would love it if they add more hobbies. I don't know. I think they'll get there. I think they have such big things on their plate right now, and they are delivering quite nicely with what they've been working on. Welcome to Rivendell. There it is. I think in the future they'll look into that stuff when they're caught up on the other things they're working on, because they're working on a new expansion, right? And they're working on upgrades. They're gonna have the client. They're gonna redo the client, the signing client. They're redoing their server stuff. They're retexturing things and like updating graphics. They've got so many big things. They're redoing the crafting system coming up soon, right? They added the new race, which is kind of just cosmetic. There's gonna be a new class coming out. I think they will probably add a hobby in the future, but I feel like at this point in time, they got a lot on their plate. They got to focus on those big main things. Because one thing that Lord of the Rings Online has always done well is that they've always stuck to the things that they know their player base and will draw in new players, right? Like they know what they're good at, so they don't try to like go crazy with other things. And again, LOTRO has many other things in it. It's not like it's too linear, right? There's a lot of things you can do in the game, but they know what people really want. We really love the world building, right? Getting to the next thing for the players who play all the time, that kind of stuff. You guys know the elves are into their bonsai trees? They got a couple down there. Yeah, oh yeah, we'll go in the last homely house. It's been updated. Yes, Elrond had it renovated recently. Yeah, I think they were definitely planning on doing more because, I mean, if you look at the hobby panel, there's only fishing. They're obviously an idea to make this more hobbies, right, on this panel. So I assume in the future we might get that. I love the fishing hobby. I think it's an amazing part of the game. I would love it if fishing was updated a little bit. Maybe a couple little different animations when you fish, maybe some other mechanics to it, make it a little more challenging, have other rewards, have maybe some new trophies and new kinds of fish. Maybe when Umbar comes out, we'll get some of those. Don't hold your breath. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. I have not heard anything about that, but I'm just saying that would be kind of cool. So anyway, here's the last homely house. Let's look out here before it gets dark. So here's the sunset. It's a pretty spot to look at the lighting. Pretty. So the sun's going down over there, but there's some beautiful spots right down here. There's their bonsai tree I was talking about. Look, it looks like it though. It's not exactly a bonsai. But... The Falls of Mladris. Don't fall, but you will die. Also, oh no! As I say that, I slide off my mount and fall into the river. Sucked away with the current. There goes Zollin Ironshield, your host and guide, down the waterfall. Baruch Khazan! Oh, I guess Glorfindel isn't here because I finished the quest. Usually Glorfindel's right here, but yeah, look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous view right there? Lolo! He died. That is cool. That is cool. Yeah, you could fish and get cooking materials to cook with for your cook and crafting. Yeah, that's cool. I really like that too. Yeah, look at that. Look at just... I love the lighting in this game. See that little effect of the lighting when the sun's like behind the tree? Like, those are the kind of small things for me that are like, add so much to the game. Like let's just sit here for a second and just look at the lighting. It's going to get more and more orange. One of my ambiance videos, I think, is of Rivendell as the sun is dropping. So you ever want to have a nice ambiance like this without me talking? I know you guys are here to talk with me, but you know what I'm saying. If you want an ambiance video of just Rivendell, I have one on my playlist. A LOTRO ambiance. I'm assuming Umbar, the levels will be from level 140, which is the max right now, to 145 or 150. Depends on how they're deciding to break it down. I've never seen them do a level that's minimum of 5. They always do like a 5 chunk or a 10. I've never seen over a 10. So it's always been 5 or 10 with levels in the history of LOTRO from what I remember. But yeah, because I'm trying to think. Wait a second. Hold on. The first level up ever from Moria. Was it 65? Was it 15 levels? No. Because 50 was the original cap. And then when Moria came out, I think it was 60. I think Moria was 60, and then they released Lothlorien in a couple places outside, and they went up to 65. I'd have to look to make sure of my statement there. So don't hold me to that too hard. That's been a long time ago. But yeah, I think I will assume Odie, it's probably going to be from probably 145 will be the new max. It seems like they're trying to reel back a little bit at going too quickly. But But if it's a huge area of like, if it's a bunch of Harad, near Harad, Umbar, right? It depends on how big they're deciding to add to this area down here. Let me go away for a second. So like, we obviously have Gondor. So south, they're gonna add basically Harondor down here, possibly, or this area to the left. And then we're gonna get down to where this river comes out of the Bay of Harad. And that is where Umbar is gonna be south down there. Now, are they gonna have to update this map? I feel like they're gonna have to update it or add a lower map here. But I don't even see, like technically Umbar is down even past that river, like down. So I don't know what they're gonna add next exactly. It's somewhere down here, all right, below Gondor. Since we have Central Gondor, it's gonna be going south from Eastern and Central Gondor, right? We're gonna be going south. I don't know, I'm not sure, but there we go. Look, the lighting has changed slightly. You see how, you see the effect here? Okay, if you have ever been in the valley, I don't know how many of you have in real life. You see the effect of the lighting, how this left side of the screen, where the sun is being blocked by the mountain, has now gotten dark, and then the light beams have moved and they're not in our eyes. I have not moved my character. That's really cool, right? So the lighting is dropping behind the mountain, so the mountain is blocking the light to our eyes in the game, which is super realistic, because this is like, I love the mountains. I go up to Sierra Nevadas a lot, way up at like this altitude, like 9,000 elevation. And this happens in the valleys. It just gets weirdly dark, and yet there's light on one side. It's like, it's really weird on the eyes a little bit, but. Dude, river mounts would be cool. I don't know if they're gonna do the river mount thing either, by the way. Drawing, painting, golfing. Oh, dude, they should totally add golfing in LOTRO as like a meme hobby. Just because, like, that's the joke. Golfing was invented by Bororatuk, right? Who knocked the goblin's head off with a club and went down a rabbit hole, and that's how the game of golf was invented and the war was ended with the goblins, right? That's the joke from Gandalf. They should totally do that. He died. Oh no, blowing smoke rings. Those could all be really good hobbies, Andreas. I like it. Drawing, painting, golfing, blowing smoke rings. That's funny. CB's like, I remember years ago falling asleep while riding my horse through there and falling into the river. Yeah, I know. I've done that a few times, but I was having so much fun I didn't want to stop playing. Then your body's just like, time to go to bed. Chunk. Character's like running into a wall. You can't decide if the person is AFK or if they're just, you know, having a connection problem. Yes, I have seen some of the Golden Hosts. Yes, he does a good job. Yeah. Very good, very good. I kind of found out about him when I was like watching one of my own ambiance videos, because it when I had it on, it switched to one of his after, you know how YouTube has autoplay and they like pick things they think you like. I was like, oh, this is cool. But yes, I've seen some, but he does a good job. He, she, I don't know. I don't know him personally, so, but I'm assuming. Yes, very, very good. There's also one called a LOTRO Music, and I think it might be, I don't know if it's someone who just puts on their tracks, so you can have albums, or if it's actually someone officially from Lord of the Rings, because they have like a lot of the official tracks, but it's cool. I really would love it if LOTRO would sell more of the track lines of all the background music, because like we obviously have some you can buy on different music sites, right? And from Chance Thomas, you guys don't know, I interviewed Chance Thomas, one of the main composers for this game. There's like a couple over time, but he did a bunch of the main original themes of the game. I had him on the channel, and he has where you can buy his music with a hard copy and stuff and things like that. But you can also get his music through iTunes, all the other music platforms. But they have like the Rohan album, the 10th year anniversary album, the Mordor album, the original Shadows of Angmar. You can sometimes find, usually I have to listen to that on YouTube because it came with the original CD of the game way back in the day. And there's also a Moria album. So those are a lot of the main themes of the game, but there's so much more music that they don't show you. Okay, so I have a little bit here, but like, I'll just show you this real fast. Let's see, LOTRO. Look at the lighting now, guys. Look at it going down. Is it this one? No, that's not that. This one. All right. look real quick at my iTunes here. So like, here's the albums, right? The 10th anniversary album, again, Chance Thomas, right, the composer, the Mordor one, the Rohan one, and then the Shadows of Angmar. This one's kind of split up, you know how iTunes does that sometimes. But like, look at this. I found these from, I forget where I got these. I don't even remember. But you got like all these different little soundtracks on the side. And here, I'll just well, we're gonna go into Last Homely House now. But let me turn off that for a second and just show you some of these. You know, it's the music you hear a lot, right? In the background. Just like little songs. And it's like so much of this music, I don't know why they don't sell this on a disc. I don't even know. Again, I found these somewhere on some thing with Lotro. Someone had them. But it's a lot of the main themes that were so cool, you know? This one gets you nostalgic. This one gets me nostalgic every time. This oboe piece from... All right, we're going to go. So anyway, there you go. You got to see the beautiful of the sunset. There we go. I'm putting different music to the area. Guy's got a cool goat. That guy's got the goat. Just kidding. This is like a joke, right? You think they're going to add that much of the map? Maybe, Odie. That would be cool. I think they're going to have to redo it, or at least readjust it where they... what I would do if I were them, you know what I would do? To rescale this map is push it out a little bit north if they have to, push it out to the right, but when, you know, if they want to keep it a similar dimension, just lower the bottom side and push out the right side, right? Because in the future, they may be able to do some stuff in a Harad, right? That would be cool. Or something farther north even, right? That would be kind of cool. Robert Ross teaching... Hobbit Ross teaching fading. Shoji. Have you guys all seen Timbo Took YouTube channel? He's a friend of the channel. I've talked to him before. He's awesome. He's the Hobbit. His YouTube channel, he paints kind of a little bit like it's inspired by, you know, Bob Ross, and he does a really good job. He does like Lord of the Rings paintings. That's so funny. That music you were just hearing was not in game. That was my Echoes of the... That was literally what they play in this. It's called Echoes of the Past Part 1. And now let's turn on here and see if it's similar. It's not going to be exact, but... There. Now we should... Actually, you know what? I'll go back out and come back in, and then it'll reset the music, I think. There we go. All right. It's a little different. So here's the new updated look of the Last Homely House. It's gorgeous, right? Look at that. I don't know if you guys remember the original, if you've played this game in the past, but it's really, they did a great job. They also updated just because it was looking old, and it's really nice what they did. They even updated the fact that there's like no loading now for some doorways, so you can like open a doorway and instead of having to load into the room, you literally just walk in a hallway. And this is because our computers can handle this stuff now so much better, and I love this room. Isn't that cool? It's like I guess it's the room probably they had the discussion in, right, about the ring. Of course, in the movie they didn't like a, you know, circle outside. The goated soundtrack, yes, exactly. I forget, what is it? What does the goat stand for? Best of, it's like greatest of all time? Is that what it, is that what it? Gondamin them. Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Hold on. We're gonna get rid of the elf music for just a second, and we're gonna listen to Gondamin. I think I have it in here. Let's see. Do I? Where are you, Gondamin? I thought I have that one. Is that it? That's not it, right? Not that one. Is it that one? I'm trying to remember. It's close. These are all the dwarf ones. I'm trying to find one the one that's like the Gondaman theme. Might not be in here. I might have to look at a different one of my other albums. Is it this one? Maybe it's in this one. I don't know, but there's a lot of good ones. Look at this. They're great, right? You know the best part is that I love about LOTRO? They let me play them in my videos and streams, and it doesn't copyright me. I love it. It's very nice. I love that about video games. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna let our people be able to play them in their streams because, you know, we want them to advertise our video game. It's kind of a win-win situation for both sides. There's your Lone Lands theme. Anyway, I might try to find them on YouTube for you guys, and I'll link them in a playlist. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I made a playlist of like themed playlists, and I'll leave it there, and I'll add other ones to it and add other songs to it. But I might make one that's like, you know, LOTRO soundtracks, if I could find it, you know, obviously from YouTube. That would be a legal way for you guys to listen to them. I definitely do it legally, guys. I encourage that. Oh, is there a Mariner NPC? That's very cool. Very cool. Here, let me see what else I can throw out here. Oh gosh, listen to this one. This one's awesome. All right, Casa Doom. Well, that's not the one I want though. Ooh, scary. Okay, you know this one. Anyway. They should raise Numenor. Okay, so the only way they could do that in LOTRO is somehow, for one, you'd have to be an elf race, right? If your character was the same character, but they would have to do, I feel, is make it where it would have to be separately connected. It'd have to be its own map, own place, right? And it would have to have yeah, it would have to be like you're going back in time. You're reliving stories, right? So it kind of have to be its own like thing entirely. The only way you could connect it with the characters is like you're an elf. Like that's the only way, because you know, as a Numenorian, you wouldn't even live that long compared to the time differences, right? And I don't know if LOTRO has the rights to that anyway. They might a little. Well, actually, they have more rights than most LOTRO. They have more rights than like the Rings of Power had, even though the Rings of Power had enough rights to make a little bit better job than what they did. But we're not going to go into that right now. They just decided, Rings of Power just decided to change some things for their own storytelling. It had nothing to do with their rights. Because, again, LOTRO has, the nice thing is that I found out is LOTRO made a statement, all right, that they are very friendly with the Tolkien estate, and that the Tolkien estate and the people that own the rights to the stuff too were basically told LOTRO, don't worry, we're planning to let you keep your rights. Even if we give the rights to another company to make a Lord of the Rings video game, we're not going to take yours. Kind of is basically what they told us, that like you're secure basically, because they know how much the Tolkien community loves this game, LOTRO, so they were very clear about that. And LOTRO came out and said that, just to make it clear to everyone, because a lot of people were speculating back when, remember when the other Amazon was going to make a Lord of the Rings MMO, which got canceled, like twice, still canceled. People were kind of worried, like, oh, is that going to ruin LOTRO? For one, I do not think that, I'm sorry, I do not have the faith that any game company is going to be able to replicate LOTRO's wonderful community, and not just the community, but the community around Tolkien's lore, like following the lore so well while adding things that fit with the lore, right? I don't think there's not going to be many games that do that, right? Now there might be a game that's fun, right? I root for that. I hope a new game comes out that's fun for us to play with Lord of the Rings. I don't necessarily want it to be an MMO. It can be, right? I'm happy with LOTRO. I'm very happy. with MMO. Now, I'd love a new other game, so that's why I'm really excited about the Return to Moria the end of this next month, because I'm hoping that'll be another fun game I can play that's based in Tolkien's world, that is something I could play with a different genre, of game style. Let's walk around the Last Homely House here a little bit. So here's some good water. Here's some more updated water graphics. If I can get on the stupid thing. Hey, can I really not stand on it? What is happening? There we go. Yeah, look at this water. Of course, there's not really an animation. You can't really stand on it because it's like inside. I like your palant. Look, it's very, very cool. Is that fire? Oh, it's behind your thing. Like, where's that fire coming from? Look how cool it looks. Looks very cool. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Some more of you hopped in. Don't forget to throw a like on there. We were talking about future Lord of the Rings online things. Sweet. Okay, Court of the Rings. Yes, very cool. Court of the Rings, if you don't know, is one of the game developer designers, and he actually does streams and stuff sometimes on Lotro's YouTube channel. So, yeah, he's very nice, and he answers a lot of questions and stuff. So he's kind of like a good information for a lot of us to get early access information and be able to talk and voice our opinions. He's really, really nice guy. I've never talked to him personally yet, but I've watched a lot of his streams. He seems very nice. I have a lot of respect for the team at Standing Stones because they really do seem to care about the community. And obviously, I love this game. I promote it so much, so I'm a big fan. But yeah, I agree, Andreas, with the Numenor thing. I don't think they should go there anytime soon. There is so much they can do in Middle-earth still. There's so much land they could add, so many stories they could tell. I don't think they need to go and do something crazy like that. They don't need to dive off the deep end into the ocean. Let's go find Numenor! As it's sunk somewhere deep. We do that with Mordor Besieged. That is correct, Beth. What I was saying about going back in time, yes. It is true. That was a cool effect. I like that. They also did that kind of in a smaller time scale with Southern Gondor, right? We have Southern Gondor after the Return of the King book and before, when we're in the Return of the King book, right? Anyway, this is the gorgeous. Let me show you the back room here. Also, let me turn back on the in-game music because I do have it on. It's just not. I need to refresh. So this is the back gardens. So you can kind of see. Oh, and the nighttime sky is now here. All right, guys. Quick look for Arwen and Aragorn. Where are they hiding in the back here? Oh, a little. You can also walk around the back if you jump down there, but... What's in here? Oh, the Scholars Guild Hall. I totally forgot about this place. Look at that cool lighting. Hello there, dwarf.
Well met.
Well met, my brother. What do you repair this? Thank you. What are you selling? Aha! Different recipe groups for healing pots, black dyes, crafting books. Oh, I see. Lots of goodies.
What do you want?
What do you want? Well, I guess nothing, because he's not selling me nothing. Oh, you even have a vault keeper in here. That's cool.
How can I be of service?
By the way, remember I was telling you guys at the beginning of the stream, feel free to ask me if you join our kinship for more resources. So all of these carryalls, a bunch of these, are like totally filled with resources. 50 in that, and a lot of these are 50. So I have a lot of backup resources. So there's something you really can't find, or something that's lower level that you just need some extra, I'd be happy to give you some. All right, look at this. Beautiful place. That's where these women are like, are you talking about us? I'm like, well, yeah, but I was actually talking about that thing in the back. They're like, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. No, they look fine for NPCs. Okay.
How can I be of service?
What is this? Oh, I see what it is. It's the respect scrolls. Got it. Oh, sorry, I'm leaving you right when you came in. Oh, I like your Rohan. Like, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they're planning on doing any Numenor stuff. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. These guys are having a little party. I like that his mouth went off it for a second. It's like, wait a second. Are you even blowing in that? It's a piggy. Alright, let's go see Elrond in his library. Might as well. Elrond is a wise lord. Well, alright. I agree. I like how they're all telling me that Elrond is super wise. See, look, you don't need to load anymore. You just open it up and welcome to the library. This place is cool. We've got a big jade statue of some probably Gilgalad, I guess. I don't know who it's supposed to be. It doesn't say. Got some pretty books. Yeah, this place looks pretty nice. Okay, here's Elrond, Lord of Rivendell.
Dark days are coming.
Oh no. Gosh, did I never do the further adventures of Elrond? I don't think I ever did this. This could be a fun thing to do in LOTRO
Hope
adventure.
is not in vain.
Video ideas. That would be fun to go. That would be fun to go through and do. That water doesn't have. I guess it's because it's indoors. Has no animation. Yeah, it's a pretty little place, though, right? And gosh, man, all the like songs in this game. I also look at this. Look at the roof in this place. It's kind of awesome. All the songs in this game with like the high, like any high parts with for women, they're always like they get these amazing singers that could just piercingly hit these notes. It's crazy. I don't know. So other races that they could add in LOTRO that would fit the lore would be, I think that they could add those small, the small people from the Druidar. What are they called? I can't think of their name right now. But the small people that are the ones that help the Rohirrim in the books that live between Rohan and Gondor in the northern this area. They are not hobbits, and they are not humans, according to Tolkien either. They're like a subspecies of human. They live here in the Far Anorian area, up here. That would be kind of a cool race to add, I think, because it would be very unique, its own. Also, another race that they could think about adding is maybe they could. Right now we have high elves, right, and regular elves. Well, technically there were 3 groups of elves, but they're kind of mixed. So high elves is kind of the 2 groups from the original lore. They could do a 3rd one, maybe, possibly. We obviously have the other group of clan of dwarves, which was cool that they added. I think it'd be kind of interesting if they like Dunedain could be cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what Druedain. Yeah, you're right. That's what they were called, the little guys. Yeah. I still think it'd be kind of cool if they added the race of like Dunedain and like make them very, look like maybe more like Aragorn, or just have different features than normal humans. That would be kind of cool, like for a cosmetic perspective. Because come on, let's all face it. The river hobbits are purely cosmetic, right? Yes, they have a bit of lore behind them, of course, but they are for cosmetic. They just look like different hobbits, right? There's really not a whole lot of anything else, right? I think they're great. I love that they added them. I have nothing against that. I just think that they're more of a cosmetic thing, right? They're not something you need to play the game. But I think another fun one would be like if they want to go a little bit off lore. Again, I think there's areas to bend the rules just a little bit. This is a beautiful room, by the way. The hall here of rest. It'd be kind of fun if they did something like an Ent. You know? Kind of like Quick Beam. How he kind of like goes and does his own thing. It'd be kind of fun. I don't think that would work. Just for like sizing reasons. Unless you're like a baby Ent. You know, so you're just like, you're only like 8 feet tall or something. I don't know. That could be fun. I don't think I would, if you buckled me down to like, do you really think that would be a good thing? No. It just would be, it's just a fun thought. There are also, trying to think if there's really any other races besides doing like, you know, orcs or something. But you really can't do orcs. It's going to be too much work with how they've based the game over time. I don't think you could ever do orcs from leveling. It just has to be that you can only play orcs in PvP, right? And in the monster play zone, you're just already max level. I think that's where you do spiders, wargs, all those are all in the game. You can play all those. You just have to do PvP. They only have one region. Would it be cool if they added some sub dimensions of like Angmar for orcs in them to do other quests, even if they still start max level, or a new PvP zone? That would be kind of cool. But again, PvP is really not that relevant in the game right now. It was back in the day, but it's not right now, and for good reason. Standing Stones has done some big updates to it actually recently, but they were just quality of life updates, and they're not really pushing that because they realize that's not where their strong point is in the game right now. So, but I would love to see if the game really stabilizes strongly, not as in dying. The game is not dying. The game is going up on players right now, crazy. It's awesome. But like stabilizing, like really getting big, right? And everything's looking great, and then they have extra time to be able to go, okay, let's think about PvP a little bit. You know what I mean? For the people who like that kind of stuff. Because I would like that back. I enjoyed PvP, or player versus monster player, PvMP, it's called LOTRO. I enjoyed that thoroughly back at level 50 and 60 and 65. I was really huge for me. I played literally hundreds of hours of that when I was little. It was really fun. And if they fixed all the lag problems, it would make that game mode even more fun. Because we all played it back in the day, hundreds of us, and it was laggy as heck when there were that many people playing. But now that the servers are being updated and lag is less and less of an issue, might be an idea once they get to a point they have extra time to go back and work on PvP. That's just my thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Leave your comments. Let me catch up what you guys are saying here. Would Durkee... There's a lot of stuff that I don't think they want to do from a lore perspective with dwarf women. With that subject, blasphemy. There are no dwarf women. There's obviously definitely dwarf women, but it is pretty clear to me that they have beards too. And I will say the versions that Peter Jackson did in the Hobbit movies and in the artwork, behind the scenes artwork, made sense. They made the women's beards look a little bit less like full dwarf copy and paste like you're saying. And they were like, you know, blonde and stuff and things like that. Made them look more feminine, which was, I thought was fine and good. Now, of course, we see in the Rings of Power, they just cut the beards, right? That's more of along the lines of like what, you know, D&D does and stuff, where female dwarves don't always have beards, right? But remember, Tolkien's the father of fantasy, and we're here doing Tolkien lore, right? We're not doing other people's interpretations of the made-up dwarf character, which, again, they're all inspired by Tolkien, but that's their idea. They're like, oh, we're not going to have that on them. It's a little bit of a hard thing, I think, for their team to decide if they were going to do that and make more maybe more feminine looking dwarves because they're female dwarves? Do you make it where you're forced to have a beard, right? Like, that's a hard decision. So I wonder if they just kind of don't even want to make that decision, right? Because they're like, well, the lore is kind of like, Tolkien makes it pretty clear that you can't distinguish the differences, really. That was like the joke / Tolkien didn't really go into it very much, even though he does make it clear that they looked very similar, which obviously implies that they also had beards like men, dwarfs, right? So male dwarves. So yeah, anyway, I think that's a good question, but I think that if they're going to make new updates to races and stuff, I don't know. I think that the dwarves, maybe if they gave us other faces, maybe faces that maybe are a little more feminine, but they still use beards. I don't know. That's up to them. I wouldn't. It's a video game. It's an MMO. So if they wanted to make it where, I think a lot of people would be really disappointed if they did it where like females didn't have to have beards, dwarves, because they're really into the beards in the lore. But again, it is an MMO, so I feel like there's a little bit of stretch room there from a gaming perspective, just so you can make your character look however you want them to look, make them look like you in real life or whatever, right? Because, yeah, don't want to shame people if they don't want to have a beard, right? I mean, I didn't have a beard for most of my life. I've only had a beard for the last like 3 or 4 years, something. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about that. If I think about that just in passing, that's what I kind of think it'd be hard for them to figure that out. So what other races do you guys think? Oh wow, see Andreas, thank you for being here though, my friend. Yeah, you're way over there. You're on the other side of the pond, as they say in Britain. You're over there at Europe. Well, have a good one, my friend. You're even farther over there. Yeah. Dis is offended. That is the one female dwarf we know about, but we don't know whether she has a beard or not. I'm assuming she probably does have a beard. Thorin's sister. Sherry G is talking about Thorin's sister Dis. I definitely think it would be nice if we had more character models that maybe their faces look a little more feminine for the dwarves if they redo the dwarves. I definitely want more beard options if they redo the dwarves. We need like another 20 beards, right? Like really good beards. I'm not talking just like, chink, 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 chink little changes up here. I'm talking like different big full beards and animate them where they can work with things, right? Now I understand they're probably gonna clip some older armor, but that's okay. We want the beards. See you, Andres. Yeah, like the stout axes, yeah. Though I will say, reply, someone made a comment the other stream where, why don't they just take a bunch of the new faces they already have and beards and add those as well to the dwarves as more options, and then make new ones as well on top of that if they redo the like race that they did for humans. Now again, this is a whole other thing. I'm not going to go into it too much, but like with the humans, how they made it where it's kind of like you could just do whatever, and like females can have beards too. I'm like, yeah, okay. So that's kind of like, that's the distinction. Human females don't. Dwarf females do have beards. That's like the distinction, kind of clear by Tolkien, but it's all right. That's whatever. I don't really know why Shining Stones did that. One little thing, but you know what? I love everything else they do. So if I've got one little point here and there that I might disagree with something, that's okay. Everyone we have to realize, even our closest family and friends, we're not going to agree on every little thing in life. So we need to just probably like chill out on some things, right? I find if you have real good relationships with your friends, family, people you watch on YouTube or whatever, the thing is, we're not going to all agree on every little thing, but that doesn't matter that much. If we agree on 95% of everything else, why is that 5% of a few things here and there really matter, right? It really shouldn't. Oh, Brian doesn't have internet connection yet. Oh, okay. Are you on your phone? How did your move go, Brian? Did it go good? Because I know you were moving this whole last week, right? Beth. You wrote it, so I'll say it, okay? Otherwise, Beth says, as a aging woman fighting chin hair, let me say I don't need a tune with a beard. So it's so funny. My mom made a joke about that the other day. I'll tell you, my mom, she wouldn't mind if I said this. My mom was with, I forget, was it her dentist or something? I forget, this dentist a long time ago. And the dentist said something, whether you agree or not with this, I'm not saying I agree with this. The dentist said something about like, oh man, your jaw is very primitive. Like, you know, like our ancestors, the apes, which I don't fully agree with it, neither does my mom, with some ideas on that background, right, of history, and whatever science and what they're guessing or of our past. And my mom said as a joke to her, and the dentist didn't know how to take it at first. And I was like, oh yeah, you should see my legs. Sure look like a monkey sometimes, right? And of course, my mom is very well kept, but she just was giggling, right? Like you're saying, Beth. And the dentist is like, she got kind of like quiet for a second and mortified. And then my mom started giggling, and then the dentist lost. And then they were all laughing their heads off. It was pretty great. It was pretty great. My mom's got a really good sense of humor. But like, yeah, of course, obviously, like we men are always like, oh, you know, perfect, you know. Guys always have all these beards and stuff and hair everywhere like us guys. And then the girls are like, yeah, well, we have to take care of ourselves. We also get hair in lots of places. Just depends on your background, right? Like, I have friends who, like, I had one friend who had bigger beard than mine at like 15. It was crazy because like I had hair, I could grow a beard at like, you know, 16, 17. But he had just this huge beard. And then I have other friends who can't grow a beard and they're in their late 20s and they still can't grow a beard. It's just our backgrounds. No one should be ashamed if they have hair or don't have hair and where they have hair. Who cares, right? Like, we're all special. We're all unique in different ways. And yes, some people are going to have more hair than others. And I'm sure it's always greener on their side, right? People are like, guys are like, oh, I wish I could grow a beard, or vice versa. Like, oh, I wish I didn't have to shave it all the time, right? Like, it's so funny how we as humans it's always greener on the other side, right? What someone else has, right? That's why it's good to be content with what you have, guys. Everyone's special. Everyone's created under God. Like, we all have special things, no matter what it is. Yes, the Black Book of Mordor, she does have a beard. Yeah, the one in Lord of the Rings Online, the assassin girl, she's a cool character. The dwarf that they did through the whole series, she is really cool. She's a very cool character. I really like her a lot. She's just got a cool story, and like I like how her accent she has for the voice actor, even though obviously I have to try to imitate it with my series when we get there. That'll be challenging, but I'll do my best. Yeah, okay, Brian on his phone. It's been exhausting. Oh gosh, you're gonna be unboxing for months. I know that feeling. Oh no, and the wedding anniversary? Oh my gosh. Put the kids to sleep and go on a date. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I know, with my Awana group at my church, a lot of times parents will bring the kids there for that hour and a half and they'll go have dinner, which is like great. I love it. You can fish there? That's like a 3-inch... What? Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for stopping by, Brian. And again, thank you for that encouragement of that support. That super chat was super nice. Oh, Elvin's here. Hello there. Anyway, this has been a very fun stream. Good questions, guys. Hopefully I answered them well. Again, I try very hard to not get into some things, right, with some of those areas of questions, because I know there's a little bit of, you know, there can occasionally be something that some people are upset about, but really I don't care that much. I really think that Standing Stones 99% of the time stays very true to Tolkien lore. They do a great job. Keep it up, Standing Stones. And if they occasionally do something for a creativity perspective with character creation and letting people do what they want because, you know, they want to make it look like them or whoever, you know, they're role playing or whatever, I think that's good. It's an MMO still. So there still has to be some lenience for the fact that it's a video game. But at the same point, we don't want it to turn into, they care more about the gameplay and things like that than the lore, right? We want a balance. And I think Standing Stone definitely leans more towards caring about the lore, which I think is a good stance. Might as well lean heavier towards that than the other way around, right? Elrond's poor fish. He's literally, this dwarf is literally stealing Elrond's pet fish out of his pool. The bathtub has better fish than my basement. No. It also matters how high level your fishing hobby level is. So the higher you get it, the better you can Wait, why can't I fish? You must be facing a body of water. Ah, got it. We're fishing Elrond's fish. We're fishing Elrond's fish. Hi, ho. Alright, what did I get? What? I got a gleaming grayling. A rare grayling. Bring this to a taxidermy to have it mounted. Okay, wait. We gotta go mount this right now and put it in my house. Who wants to go back to the... I'm gonna go back to the taxidermist real quick. We'll do that edit for the end of the stream. We're gonna go taxidermy this fish that I just caught in Elrond's house. And I'm gonna put it on my wall. Elrond's gonna be like, visit and be like, what a nice fish. That looks a lot like my fish I used to have. They got eaten by raccoons, apparently. Oh, it does it? Those mean raccoons. All right. By the way, here is the same area at night. Still really pretty, right? Rivendell. That was fun. We'll have to do the Misty Mountains another stream. We'll see better fish. Hate to take dwarves anywhere. This guy's name is pretty good. Erdarons. Hello there. See, look at how nice other players are. He waved at me. See, LOTRO players are awesome. Great example. Good job, my friend. If you ever see my streamer video, now you know.
Greetings to you.
Greetings, off to Breland. I guess I'll go to the Rivendell stable first. Oh, I know, the deleted scenes. Oh gosh. If you guys ever watched the extended edition of the Hobbits, and they're all like bathing in the fountain and like doing games.
What can I do for you?
And like they're like far away, and they like there's a shot of all the dwarves all. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, dude, that's so good. Oh my gosh. At first I was kind of mortified when I saw that, when that show first came out and I watched the extended edition, and then later I started giggling about it. I was like, oh my gosh, all the dwarves are naked in the fountain. That's terrible. And I was like, okay, that's a little bit funny. You know what's really funny too is the expression on Elrond's face and his assistant. His assistant's like, and Elrond's just like dwarves. Because obviously Elrond has a better relationship to dwarves than most elves, but it's just funny. Elrond is definitely like that elf that like he's like the best acquainted with all the other races, you know? He's kind of like, he understands hobbits because of Bilbo, right? He understands wizards, or at least Maiar, I should say. Really, really good friends with humans, obviously, because technically his father was one, right? His father? Is his mother the elf or is the father? The father was the human, right? Here's the taxidermist. We're gonna go in here real quick. Yeah, and then of course dwarves. And again, that's one thing I really liked in Rings of Power. I loved the Elrond and Durin story part. Again, there are some things I still complain about they had Elrond do, but that was good. That part was good.
Are you looking for something, friend?
I am looking for something. I'd like you to taxidermy this fish. The guy's gonna be like, I only thought that fish was in the pools of Elrond's private collection. Shh. No, I found this somewhere else. Wait, I could get a 20-pound salmon done? I guess I caught a 20-pound salmon at one point. All right, I'll taxidermy that too. But where's the thing I caught of... What was it again? It was a... You caught a 4-pound salmon. Nice. Wait, did you caught a rainbow trout too? That's so cool. A gleaming grayling, that's what it's called. Let's see. Might be the other guy.
Are you looking for something, friend?
It's gotta be this guy.
Are you looking for something, friend?
Yes. Oh, there it is. Gleaming grayling. All right. Let's take that back to the house and check it out. Feed him. I could have sworn I had more fish in this. Oh yeah, I feel like they would have been like, the dwarves would have been like excommunicated practically if there was another elf. Yeah, I think that there is definitely. I went to the wrong place. This is our kinship house, by the way, if you didn't know. It's a lovely place. You're on CrickHollow, you're welcome to join us as long as you're a subscriber, and that's free. You're welcome to join our kinship. This is Kinship Voice of the Rings, so you want to be part of the ring. All right, welcome to my home. Gonna run in here real quick. Everything's gonna load in. It's loading still, but that's okay. That's why there's nothing here. All right, we'll give it a second to load. What if there's a vet steal Elrond's fish? Yeah, that'd be funny. All right, there. My house area has loaded now. My farms are here. Oh, look. It's Elbin trying to trick me again. You'll never trick me again. Elbin's like, oh, yes, I will someday. All right, let's put this up on the wall and see what we have taken from Lord Elrond. All right, I need a wall. This wall will do. All right, here's our gleaming fish. What? Oh, it got put in my carryall. All right, gleaming grayling. I already had one, but that's okay. That's what I caught. Wow, that's pretty nice. Elrond's got some pretty nice fish, guys. That's a pretty nice fish there, Lord Elrond. Ah! Oh my gosh. All right, now let's see that 20-pound salmon. Oh no, was it 20 or was it 50? I don't remember catching that, but I must have. I must have caught it at one point. Maybe I caught that in Evendim, like in the lake, because I have a fishing spot that I used to fish a lot at up in the north. All right, maybe it's not in that one. There it is. 20-pound salmon, not 50 pounds. Sorry. Oh wait, or did I have both? Oh, it must be just a 20-pound. Let's see. Oh, dang. That thing's huge. Look at that. I didn't know I caught that thing, dude. It's freaking huge. There was a 50-pound, wasn't there? Thank you, thank you. I caught a 20-pound salmon. I'd like to point out that I have actually caught many a salmon this size in real life. I went to Alaska when fishing with my family, and boy, is it fun to fish in Alaska. You literally just throw down the line in the water, and within less than like 3 minutes, it's like ka-tunk, And then you pull it out and you freaking get a salmon that's like 10, 15, 20 pounds. I mean, a couple of them, our biggest ones we got were like 25 pounds. And no joke, they're like my face. And then I couldn't even hold it. Like, they're just huge, huge things. It's amazing. We had salmon for a year after that. We had them all like cut up and frozen. And then like they were shipped to our house because we couldn't carry it, obviously. And that's when I also caught that same trip. That was inside this like beautiful inland bay that had like all these beautiful trees, and it looked like I kid you not, Fangorn Forest. And there were waterfalls coming out from the trees down these big rock cliffs that like poured into the bay, and everything was like foggy and misty. It was so cool, dude. So cool. And that just like we were catching all sorts of fish. Just we had like, I don't know, 10 poles in, and there's a limit. You could each catch like 10, I think it was 10, 15 fish. But so between like 6 or 7 people, we had like 50, 60 of these freaking fish, dude. And mind you, there are so many. They kept track to make sure they weren't overly fished. But that lake was just that bay had a lot of salmon. A lot of flipping salmon. And that was the same trip. Then the next day we went out of the bay into the deep ocean, and it was really fun. But we went fishing, and that's when I caught the 91-pound halibut, which unfortunately I was not able to reel in myself, because at the time I was only 91 pounds as well. I was like 13. I don't remember. But my dad and 2 other large men had to fight the halibut for about 45 minutes until they got it up to the boat, and then at that point they shot it with a handgun. Was not expecting that part, because you can't bring it in the boat. It's like it's massive. It'd break your legs. That thing was huge. I mean, it was like size of a dinner table. Because they're flat. Halibut are flat, but they're like all muscle. But boy, we have a lot of, and then we caught a couple other ones, 60 pounds, 50 pounds. And then we got those cut up, so we had halibut. I love halibut, dude. And Alaskan halibut, oh my gosh, it's so much better. Like, if you're thinking like that store whitefish, that is not halibut. Like if you read what it is, because it's probably just tilapia, which is like, it's fine. Tilapia can be good if you cook it right, but a lot of tilapia has a lot of like bad metals in it and stuff. So be careful where you buy your fish. Alaskan fish is some of the cleanest fish you can get. Even more so than the Atlantic, unless it's like really, really far north Atlantic, then it's usually better. But I need to answer this phone call real quick, guys. All right, I'm back. yeah. Last trip to the Sierra Nevadas, I caught the river fish. I caught the one big one, and I caught this one gorgeous like golden fish. Which did I ever make that video? I know I finished all of my blog series of the previous trip. I don't know if I ever went back and finished 2 years ago's trip vlog, because I had some really good fishing footage. I might have to go back and make that video for you guys. So you see that pop up in the next month or two. Yeah. Well, my friends, I'm going to have to call it there today, my friends. My sister's like, hey, the dogs are having fun at the beach. You want to come help? Want to come see them? But I was actually going to finish anyway. I was going to get off because I got some stuff to do today. So thank you so much for being here, guys. Liking the video, leaving comments. That really helps a lot. Again, thank you to that wonderful, nice thing Brian gave me, the super chat. That was very, very nice. And I will see you guys all in the next streams. And there's I've got so many videos to edit and so much this week. So after church tomorrow, going to have some more stuff being released for you. So look at that slug. I know, who brought this thing in my house? Zollin does not look happy about that slug at all. He's like, what the heck is that thing? All right, my friends. I will see you all in the next episodes and streams. Yellow. I'll see you guys. Have a great day in Middle-earth. Stay to my wonderful Patreons. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. I don't know. I'm frozen. Sorry, this is my, I need to update something with my OBS, I think. Stop it. Stop being frozen. Stop it right now. I like that you guys can hear me, but yeah, I'm frozen. Oh, there. We're back. All right. Thanks to... Whoops. We're back. There it is. I think my OBS did a little glitch there. Thank you to my wonderful Patreons for their support. You guys are the best. Also, thank you right there. Subscribe button's there for later. It's be on top of Elbin's face as he dances around. And over there's next episodes. Down there's links. Again, join the Discord. Feel free to join the Discord, you guys. And I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Stay happy. Barukazad Kuzad I menu.